what was your favorite scene to film in the first season? What's the one that you got most excited about, and looking back on it, you're really pleased with it? Nicola?
Well, that Isaac was really annoying, so pushing him. No,
Sorry.
no, that was no. Isaac is the sweetest kid. It was just a joke. There were, to be honest, I think there's so many great scenes. I mean, to get those scripts and read those scenes, I really liked my last scene with Kathleen. I think it was great to do that. And but yeah, Kit, it's you. Favorite scene?
Probably the scene with Aria with Maisie. It's beautifully written, and it's also a really kind of wonderful, very sad moment for the character. I liked getting hot and sweaty with Richard and Alfie in the audience. That was quite sexy. And apart from that, I don't know. I had loads. The fight scenes were a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
My favourite are still to come, so we just read some of season 2. But the first season, I really enjoyed doing the scene with Mark Addy, who plays Robert, and just because it was more revealing than I'd had a chance to do before.
And that's another wonderful scene that Dan and Dave contributed there. It's not from the book, so thank you for that scene. Peter?
The one I'm on trial, that was fun. Because it was a long day and there was a lot of extras in that scene, and I felt like sort of a master of ceremonies for like a bunch of bored extras, so it was entertaining off screen, so yeah, that was fun.
Okay, so we know yours, so we'll skip over. Amelia, what the...
Hold on, there's a love scene there. I'm not married, and I ain't gotta do it, so that's good.
I think my one's pretty easy. I think it's definitely the final, where I get to meet my baby. That was just, amazing. But then getting to see it properly, like on screen, was, I mean, even just the sound of those dragons, like shivers, amazing, just how I thought it would be. So yeah.
Right, do you have a favorite scene?
Well, you stole my favorite scene. You know, I love the scene that all the ones that have been mentioned, also Arya and Syrio.
Yeah, I think we would be remiss if we did not at least mention all the people who could not be here with us today, but who contributed to the great stuff that you saw. I mean, the amazing crew and technical people who did all that fabulous work, and also so many cast members in this large ensemble. Maisie Williams as Arya. Harry Lloyd, who really did incredible things with the series. And, you know, I could go on for 20 more names here. Sean Bean, yeah. Yeah. I'm very pleased with the 13 Emmy nominations, as I'm sure they are, but Sean was wrong. So we could go on for hours, but we can't actually go on for hours, and so I'm going to devote the rest of this to questions from the audience. So there are, I think, microphones set up somewhere. I can't see which light. There we are. So state your question, and someone will answer it.
Hey guys, love the show like everyone else. And the show introduced me to the book, so I was wondering how many of you guys ran home after the filming of season 1 to find out what happened, or how familiar you guys were with the source material.
I know what happened.
I was shocked. Shocked.
Yeah, well, after my first audition, I got the first book and devoured it in not too long a time, and then was obsessed with it and was ready to move on to book 2, but I wanted to be with Danny as we were filming season 1. So I was very much like, I mean, seriously, my copy of the first book is like taut. It's got all my notes in. It's, you know, like kind of was my Bible for a really long time. And then my celebration of wrapping season 1 was starting book 2. So I'm kind of gonna go like as that. Yeah. I really, all I want to do is just read ahead, but I'm trying to pace myself so I know where I'm off to. Yeah.
When I read the first book, I had locked myself up for like 4 days. I actually read it, was blown away, and like right when it came to me dying, I just like was so in love with Drogo, I started panicking. I flipped through, and I'm like, no way, no way, no way. And then I went to Barnes and Noble and picked up the book, and I'm reading it, I'm like, and I was fucking hating you, dude. I was
She needs some throat armor here. Bring him back? Okay, I'll take that in 5 minutes. Who knows? He may have a twin brother somewhere. All right, we have another question?
It's actually related to something you just said. Mr. Martin, why is it you're always killing off people's favorite characters?
Well, it keeps you on your toes. No, you know, I've always believed that I want people emotionally involved in my story. And when they're in a dangerous situation, just as you'd be in life if you were in a dangerous situation, I want the readers to be almost afraid to turn the page, not knowing who's going to win, who's going to die. I mean, we all know books and movies where, you know, the hero may seem to be in deep trouble, but you know he's going to get out of it because after all, he's the hero, or they are the heroes of this group. And those shows are fun, but they don't really involve your emotions, and that's what I'm looking for.
Hi, this question is for Lena. Hi. I'm nervous. I say this every time. So for Cersei, how do you play all the different sides of her? The manipulative side, the side that loves her children no matter what, and how damn heavy were those wigs?
That's what I love about her is, and I know I've been criticised for giving her some humanity, but I think everyone deserves a chance. And I just think she's, you know, she's a confused woman who thought life was going to be something very different, and she just tries to cope with what is and hold on. And the wigs are part of the game.
First off, I have to say, Jon Snow, you know nothing. And secondly, whether you've read the books or not, I just want to know, all of you, except for you, George, sorry, how would you end the series if you could do it? Like, what would you do?
How would you end the series? I want Jon Snow to be on the throne, definitely. Yeah, but I mean, it's, you know, that's the brilliant thing, is it's so up in the air. Who knows going to be sitting there, and you know, and he'll be dead and he'll be alive, and I can't even imagine. I know what I want, but I think like in the books, probably everyone here wants the same thing. They want to be sat there. But yeah, who knows?
It's the end of the movie. There's been a big, big battle. You go to dark. It's black for 10 seconds.